All right, guys. So as you can see, the 10-gallon planet tank is doing well. The plants have grown tremendously. However, there is a giant algae problem. In particular, this nasty green hair algae. Now, I've dealt with this stuff before, and you can pretty much eradicate it using algae-eating fish like autocinkless catfish, Siamese algae eaters, even shrimp. But in my tank, the algae is growing so fast that I think I have 10 autocinkless catfish in here. They cannot keep up with the growth. So what I've been using is one of my favorite products, and it's called API Algae Fix. I use this stuff in the pond, and I use this stuff in my planet tanks whenever I get an algae bloom, because it seems like no matter how many fish I buy, algae eating fish that is, they can never take care of the problem quickly enough. So I just dosed some of that stuff today, and you're supposed to dose a certain amount every 3 days until the algae is gone. So we'll see how well this works. Actually, I shouldn't even say that because I've used this product before and it works very, very well. So we'll see how good the tank looks in a couple days. I should just say that. And I also wanted to talk about something else as far as eradicating this algae with API Algae Fix. A lot of people ask me, like, what happens once you dose this stuff? How does the algae just go away? Well, what happens is if you have this green hair algae stuff, that is, the green hair algae, or the hair algae in general, because there's many different forms of, or many different types of hair algae. What happens is after you dose this product is it just turns white, and it pretty much dissolves, and then it'll get sucked up into your filtration system, and that's pretty much it. um, I'm not sure if API Algae Fix works for other types of algae, but I know for that nasty brown hair algae or green hair algae, algae like that, it'll definitely get rid of that stuff. But like the more I like to call sophisticated algae, like green spot algae, which is really hard to clean off the glass of aquariums. I'm not sure if it'll work for those, but definitely it works for green hair algae and brown hair algae and algae like that. So I'm using this product, and like I said, most likely within a couple days, maybe 3 days, the algae should start to melt away, turn white, die, whatever, and the tank should be good to go. Now, also, one thing that I want you guys to check out is a video that I made on this product. It's on my channel, and I believe the video is just titled API Algae Fix, because I know just from seeing this product in this video, there's going to be a lot of questions about, well, how do you use it? What happens when you use it? What are some precautions I should take? There's going to be a ton of questions. So in that video, I answer all those questions. So I'll put a link to that video in the description below if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. Okay. All right. So back to the planet tank. Everything else is growing very, very well. I have to say though that the plants have pretty much suffered tremendously because of the algae. They're experiencing stunted growth because light cannot penetrate that well through algae. So the plants aren't able to absorb as much light as they could. Therefore, they really haven't changed in size that much. I mean, there was a period in time where the tank was algae free and the plants were growing like crazy. But now that the algae's taken over, the plants have pretty much just like kind of stopped growing. Like my Bucephalodra, for example, this is Bucephalodra green wavy, which actually we just started selling this plant on the website, by the way. I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. Lots of links today. My Bucephalodra green wavy, as soon as I planted it in this tank, it produced a new leaf, but once it got covered with algae, it just stopped growing. So algae definitely does inhibit plant growth, which is really, really terrible. So whenever we get this stuff in our tanks, we want to try to get rid of it as soon as possible because it has a drastic effect on the overall health of our plants. Because I'm pretty sure, as time goes on, these plants could probably die because they're covered completely with algae, just because they're not growing. The leaves could probably start to melt away, turn yellow, and just basically the plant will just rot away. So it's a good thing that I'm using API Algae Fix, and this algae is going to go away pretty soon. But the tank is, besides all that, the tank is doing okay. I think I mentioned in my previous video that I was dealing with a little bit of cyanobacteria as well. You can see there's a tiny bit of it right there. And I've been using a product called Green Slime Remover to get rid of that. And as you can see, that product has worked very, very well. there was like giant sheets of that stuff, of the cyanobacteria, covering the entire bottom of the tank. And as you can see, it's pretty much almost gone. So that product works very well as well. And I'll put another link to that product in the description below. But other than that, guys, the tank is doing very, very well. Fish are happy, fish are healthy. The light's actually supposed to be off right now. The fish are supposed to be sleeping. Um, so you don't really see them that well, but you can see they're in their little hiding spots, you know. Now that the plants have actually gotten bigger, it's kind of hard to find most of my fish now. Like some of my autos will suck on the glass and stuff, and I can see them that way. But you know, like I said, I have 10 in here, and as you can see, you don't see 10 auto sinkless catfish in here. I guess that's one of the downsides of, you know, once a planted tank grows out, you know, pretty big, it's just, you know, you kind of can't see your fish, which are sort of, you know, the main focus of the tank besides the plants, you know. But nonetheless, you know, this is what we like about planted tanks. We like giant plants and healthy plants and plants that grow very, very well. So I guess you can't, you know, you can't really complain too much when you don't get to see your fish all day. And not to mention, you know, that means the fish are happy because, you know, they have some hiding spots as they would in their natural environment. So, all right, so that's pretty much it for this video, for this update on the 10-gallon Planet Tank. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are in the market for aquarium plants, please visit my website, jacobsaquarium.com. And if you want to check me out on social media, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All my social media links will be in the description below. Hope you guys are having a great day, night, wherever you are. Have fun with your planted tanks. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.